Few directors could ever match the accomplishment of James Cameron. As a filmmaker, Cameron has been involved in some of the most beloved franchises of all time, has developed groundbreaking filmmaking techniques, has won an Oscar for made some of the biggest movies of all time. Cameron is the one of those directors who gets every excited whenever he announces a new film. Thought he will be the making Avatar movies for the foreseeable future. There are plenty of great James Cameron films to look back on the enjoy. But which his film is the greatest? Check out the James Cameron best films. Number 8, Ghost of Abase. Cameron has deep passion and obsession with exploring the mysteries of the ocean and is particularly interested in the Titanic, which still sits on the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. This documentary chronically Cameron and the Bill Paxton joining a group of scientists to dive into the ocean depth and explore the historic site of the shipwreck. Now the film is basically a home video of Cameron's insane and dangerous hobbies. Most of critics agree that it was a spellbinding journey nonetheless. The IMAX format and the underwater sequences were pointed to be as being beautiful and inspiring. Number 7, Avatar. After already claiming the highest grossing film of all time, Cameron did the unremarkable and busted his own accomplishment with the science fiction epic. Avatar tells the story of the soldier who chosen for a mission of infiltrate the alien spaces of Pandora, but soon finds himself drawn to the way of life of the people. Critics didn't find the storytelling elements of the film to be the very groundbreaking, but the visual effects that told the story were mind-blowing. The film showed a kind of filmmaking that had never been before. The further commitment Cameron as a brilliant and visionary director unlike any other. Number 6, Aliens of the Deep. Cameron returned to his obsession with the ocean and another IMAX documentary. This time Cameron just joined a group of underwater explorers and state-of-art water submarines of the journey to the exploration depth of ocean and the encounter of all amazing and unique life that lives below. Number 5, Titanic. Though Titanic has some vocal critics, there is a denying of the one of the Cameron most beloved film. The epic romance stars Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet as two people from the different class who meet the fall in love abroad to the doomed ocean liner Titanic. Many critics also pointed at the clinched script and cheesy dialogue as point against the film, but the epic nature of the film largely accused for those fault. They praised Cameron again for the creating a dazzling visual journey and intense and heartbreaking sequences and a genuinely moving love story on its center. Number 4, The Abase. Cameron, fascinated with the depth of the ocean, might have started here. The Abase film starred Ed Harris and Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio as the leader of a diving team who are escorting military operative to the sunken submarine on the ocean floor. But their mission becomes more dangerous when they discover alien life down in the depth. Number 3, Terminator 2, Judgment Day. Cameron's return to the fascinated that helped to launch his career with one of the most innovative, groundbreaking sequel ever made. Arnold returned as the unstoppable cyborg, now reprogrammed to the perfect a teenage Connor and his mother Sarah from a more advanced Terminator. Cameron once again thrilled audience with his eye-popping visuals and never before seen special effects. The action sequences were also praised a huge step of the smaller original film, but most critics pointed to the surprisingly solid character moments as the thing that really elevates the film. Number 2, Aliens. Alien was a hugely popular science fiction thriller that helped to make Ridley Scott one of the most sought after directors around. Cameron stepped up the sequel, which finally replay, waking up years after the events of the film and joining a group of the mercenaries to revisit the original planet where the deadly aliens was first found. Number 1, The Terminator. Though Cameron's first film was certainly not a success, he really made a name of himself with second feature. The Terminator is a science fiction thriller that introduced Arnold T-800, a killer cyborg sent to the future to kill Sarah Connor before she gives birth to the leader of the human resistance. Through a relatively small scale film, critics acknowledge Cameron's ability to create a huge and the engrossing feel to the film. The thrilling action sequences were highlighted as was Cameron's clever and initiative script. The movie also stabilized Arnold as an unforgettable action hero.